It's good to be back with you once again on Around the Wickets on ThePapare.com, and we are talking to you after Sri Lanka and New Zealand concluded a truly magnificent T20 series. Yes, New Zealand would have won it 2-1, but I can tell you that it was much closer than that. Sri Lanka did dominate the final game, slightly depleted New Zealand, but still nothing could be taken away from the way the Sri Lankans played. And as for the first two games, I thought it went down to the wire, could have gone either way, but my thinking was, I got Farveez Maharoof with me here. I'm going to ask him that question. My thinking was, did Sri Lanka miss a bit of experience? Did they need that guiding hand just at that last minute to get over the line? Lovely to be talking to you, as I said. Maharoof with me. What are your thoughts? That's my first question. The first two games went down. 3 balls remaining, 2 balls remaining. Do you think Sri Lanka missed a bit of experience, or what was it?
I reckon a bit of experience, could say that, but still, I thought we played really well, as you said. To win the toss and bat first, and the way we bowled and the way we batted was exceptional. But in the end, a little bit of unluckiness regarding the clash with Kamindu and Shehan. Those are little things that you can't call it experience. Kusal Mendis. It was pretty unfortunate, but that actually cost us the game. Whereas before that, I thought Wanidha Sranka took 2 wickets in 2 balls, so we were in the game. But overall, first 2 games, it was too close to comfort. But saying that, third game we just demolished New Zealand with magnificent spell of bowling by Lasith Malinga, which just keeps getting better and better with age. But overall, a lot of positives. Because youngsters given a chance. Few of the senior players were dropped, and they actually grabbed their chances and they impressed. And that's a good headache for the selectors to have.
Yeah, definitely a very good headache. If you look at the 2 games that were lost, I thought there were vital, phases that Sri Lanka lost. I can remember Ross Taylor being dropped on the boundary by Dasun Chanaka, one of the safest fielders. And then Lairu Madhushankar, one of the substitutes, came under a ball that was, I think, Colin Grandho, came under the ball and slipped, inexplicable, but slipped and couldn't hold on to it. And then, as Farveez Maharoof said, that crash between Jayasuriya and Kusal Mendis on the boundary, I was there. I was right there. And I thought Jayasuriya held on to that catch. Now, had he not hit Kusal Mendis, had they not collided, I'm sure that catch would have been a valid catch. But then, this is how the rub of the green go. But having said that, as I said before, I thought the series was very well contested. 160 plus, batting first twice, excellent. But let's talk about individual efforts. Yes, Lasith Malinga, I think what more can we say? As he said, he's getting better and bowled brilliantly, 4 wickets in 4 balls. I don't know whether we've got enough words and superlatives to try and add to that performance. But what we can talk is about Kusal Mendis as an opener. Wanidha Hasaranga impressed me. Yeah. First and foremost, when I first saw Wanidha Hasaranga some time ago, didn't think that he had come on as a bowler, but now I think he's developed a few tricks as a bowler, so he's 2. And even the fact that Niroshan Dickwella, now in a new role in the middle order, these 3 performers to me promises a lot as we go forward.
I said about grabbing the opportunity, especially with Dickwella. Not suitable to bat at number 4 in my opinion, but he proved me wrong. The way he played, he was very unorthodox. Used his experience, being the vice captain, taking that little bit of extra responsibility has held him good. And also Wanidha Hasaranga, very impressive when he started. He wasn't that consistent in that international level, but
he's matured now.
The more he plays, I feel like the more he plays, he'll only keep getting better and better. Because he's a confidence player. When he bowls well, he bats well. If he bats well, he bowls well. So you need those players to fire, especially in the middle order. Because we know that Wanidha Hasaranga, he's a destructive batsman. Unfortunately, he couldn't do much in this series with the bat. But with the ball in hand, I thought it was magnificent. Even in the field, one or 2 runouts he picked up was really good. And the energy shows in the field, which we need from the youngsters, is magnificent. And talking about Kusal Mendis as an opener, I think that's his slot. I remember during the Nidahas Trophy, he was in magnificent form. So I feel like going forward, we have a good battery of opening batsmen with Danushka, Kusal Janit, Kusal Mendis. And if you need Avishka can open, then you have Dickwella. So we have proper options in the top order. So, as I said before, it's good headache to have for the selectors as well as the management, how to tackle individual, beg your pardon, the opponents with their bowling attack.
Yeah, well, I think we also need to dwell a little bit more on Lasith Malinga. I've got some information here. Well, figures of 5 for 6. Then he's got only player to get 100 wickets across all 3 formats. And the first player and the only player to have 100 wickets plus in T20 cricket. In fact, only player to have 4 in both T20s and one-day cricket. Then, 5 international hat-tricks.
So many.
And Sri Lanka also has this, record or has this great achievement of Muthaiya Muralidharan being the leading wicket taker in one-day cricket and Test cricket, and Lasith Malinga becomes a leader in T20 cricket. So, having said that, Sri Lankans have emerged as top wicket takers in all formats of the game. Again, lots of pluses, things that we can be very, very proud of. Now, that's as far as New Zealand and Sri Lanka are concerned. The Test series was drawn. The T20 series was a cliffhanger, close one, 2-1. But let's look at the emerging tour by Sri Lanka to Bangladesh. Creditable, Sri Lanka won the series, the one-day series 2-1. The four-day, 2-match series was drawn. Some outstanding performers. Pathum Nissanka again, 188 runs. Charith Asalanka, 118 runs. And Kamidu Mendis, 98 runs. Wickets in the one-day series. I'm talking about one-day figures, by the way. Wickets, Vanidu Hasaranga has 6, Shiran Fernando 5, and Amila Aponso 3. Now, these are names that appear to be figuring quite regularly when we talk of an emerging team. Do you see these guys capable of taking that next step?
I think apart from Shiran Fernando, the rest of them have been we've been hearing and we've been talking a lot in the recent past. But Shiran Fernando, for our benefit of our viewers, he's a fast bowler who bowls a little with a slingy action, a lot similar to Lasith Malinga, and he got some raw pace in him. Just a start. Just broke into the.
Where is he from? Moratuwa boy?
He's from, not too sure about his village, but he plays for Moore Sports Club.
Okay.
And I faced him a couple of times in mercantile matches. He's quite quick, nippy, can bowl a good bouncer, can bowl a good yorker, can be rapid on his day. So I reckon this is a start. He just broke into the scene. So it's interesting to see how he develops to be a better international player going forward. With limited number of fast bowling options we have in the international setup. I reckon if he performs well, we will see him sooner or rather later. And apart from that, all the other 5, we've been talking them a lot, especially with Pathum Nissanka, domestic season, then the A-team series, in the Bangladesh series. He's scoring heavily, so he's knocking on the door for sure. And Amila Aponso, he's getting his chances, and he's just knocking on the door. You just have to, keep knocking on the door until he gets a break in the national setup. For me, as once I said in the show that he's one of the leading left-arm spinners in Sri Lanka when it comes to white ball cricket. So, he's not far away, and neither Pathum Nissanka is not far away. So I just hope that these 2 players with the rest of the others will get a break sooner or later.
Can I ask you a personal question? Any chance of you becoming a national select at senior level? No, because you're doing the under-19. You're doing a decent job with the under-19 side, and the views you seem to express. With that, haven't you ever didn't you ever like that job, or do you? If given, would you take it?
For the moment, I'm happy with the under-19.
No, that's fine. You've got to finish that. But I'm talking about the future.
Something that I always have in mind, if I'm being really honest. And I've seen a lot of domestic players. I've played.
No, why I say this? Because I feel that people who are current, people who have played with some of these guys and who understand the game now as it is, as against say 10, 15 years ago, would offer better options. Yeah. So, that's just a thought.
I was just about to say that. I've played with them, I played against them, so I know in and out of them. So possibly that will be a huge plus point. But at the moment, I don't think I'm ready yet.
I hope the sports minister's watching. We can give him a little. We can give him a little hint. We can give him a little nudge. Anyway,
leave it to the time.
Right. We're coming close to your neck of the woods, the ACC under-19. Happy with Sri Lanka. They won 2 games. Nepal by 5 wickets. UAE by 52 runs. Got to play Bangladesh on the 10th, and then the semi-finals and finals. How do you see it happening?
I think first 2 games have been really close games. Nepal and UAE did really play well. To be honest, it surprised me with the way they batted, they bowled. They're very matured, and the ability for non-test playing nations, I thought they were magnificent. And our boys also played well. Especially the first game, We bowled really well to get them out for 150. And then second game against UAE, they chased down 266. I mean, chasing 325. They batted well. Two of the batsmen, one batsman got 100. Batted magnificently. So, we already through to the semi-finals. We're going to play either India or Afghanistan. Not sure who are we going to play.
Which one would you prefer?
I mean, two different dimensions there. Indians are very strong in their batting, and Afghan, what we heard was that very good bowling attack. So
with no disrespect meant to the Afghanistan players, no disrespect. I mean, anyone watching, please forgive me, no disrespect. But what about the stories about the actual age, the question about the Afghanistan players? Do you see anything like that?
I mean, it's hard to say.
Is it true? I mean, can it be true?
I mean, possible, but we never know. I mean, it's not been the recent past from even my playing days. We had
didn't play against Afghanistan.
No, but I'm saying this is Pakistan and other countries.
Yeah.
So that's something that I mean, it's possible maybe, but we never know, and we just have to go through the guidelines what been given by the ACC. So I reckon, I mean, they've definitely matured. Can say that definitely Pakistan. When we played the five-match series in Hambantota, they're much more mature. They play first class, and they've been playing first class for 2-3 years. So those are the experience they bring in to the under-19 side, whereas our young lads will lack that experience, especially only playing school cricket.
Now, Sri Lanka hasn't won a youth
Asia
competition, not won a World Cup, not won a youth competition for a long time. So, how confident are you? I mean, don't wear the hat of a manager or a selector. Just be very neutral and be honest. And what are your thoughts? Do you think Sri Lanka can go all the way?
I mean, we still can improve a lot. I think first two games we did play well, and we could play a lot better. And tomorrow's game against Bangladesh is going to be very, very, very crucial. Even if we become number one, we'll play the number two side.
Which can be Afghanistan?
I mean, at the moment, I think India is going to win the game against Afghanistan, so they'll finish up at number one. So if we finish at number one, we'll play Afghanistan in the semi-final. So
you prefer that?
I mean, it's hard to say. As I said, dimensions are different, so we'll take it as it comes. We have a very balanced team, young team. We have our all-round team who have performed well, and all-rounders have performed well. So that's the advantage we have. Our all-rounders been performing well.
What about Pakistan being knocked out? Isn't that a surprise?
I mean,
you spoke about just a few minutes ago. You spoke about the experience they brought.
When we played them in the five-match series, bilateral series in Hambantota, I mean, they had a brilliant team, and just that. Cricket is a funny game. It just showed us again. I mean, Pakistan being all out 78 against Afghanistan, so that's a story.
Absolutely.
So, cricket is a funny game, and it just keeps surprising with few other surprising things what's been happening.
Yeah, it is a very funny game, and it's time for us to wrap up. And before I go, I need to ask you the question of the week. What is the only country to win the Under-19 Asia Cup trophy other than India or Pakistan? My goodness, India and Pakistan seem to have dominated things in the Under-19 Asia Cups. We are asking you, has there been any other country other than India and Pakistan that has won the Under-19 Asia Cup? Now, we asked you a question. How many times a test match has been won by one wicket in a 140-year history of test cricket? Oh, we've got a winner. Mr. Edwin Hubble. The answer is 14 times. So it's been that close. Well, we had Sri Lanka doing it to South Africa. England did it just a few days ago against Australia. So 14 times in 142 years, a test match has been won by one wicket. So before I go, I also need to remind you that you need to subscribe to ThePapare.com just to make sure that you get all the quality content and the latest on the cricketing field. So thank you for joining us. We'll come back to you very soon. Until we see you again, it's goodbye.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this. And don't forget to hit the bell icon for our latest content.